All right, guys, welcome back again to the channel. So, some couple of interesting stories going down right at this point, and just hate to break this to you, but the Flying Eagles of Nigeria are collecting 4-0 at this point in the hands of Argentina, and this is a big disgrace. The big disgrace. First of all, I want to start by apologizing to you guys. For the previous video, I said that this was going to be an exciting match, an interesting match, all that sort of things, but it was nothing close to it. So I'm sorry, guys, for those of you that I might have convinced to watch the game and you're seeing this nonsense that these guys are playing. It's a complete waste of time to watch this game, because I mean, from the starting of the match, we didn't even wait for the match to start. We already made mistakes. We considered in the, I think, just 1 minute plus or so, goalkeeper, defensive defenders were unable to read their lines very well. Goalkeeper himself coming out from his post, leaving the post wide open for the Argentine player to put the ball in the back of the net. The ball was actually a loose ball. I don't know what the goalkeeper was thinking for him to come out like that. But anyways, I don't want to base too much about it. The boys have met their end in this Argentina game. I don't only God knows how many is going to end, because it seems that every time I refresh, I keep getting some feeds that Argentina have scored another goal. But let's move past that, guys, and talk about the most important thing. Of course, is the Super Eagles camp right now in Polokwane. The previous video, I said that I've not really seen or heard about any inclusions right now, but uh, they've actually been some inclusions, thanks to some of you who noticed that and commented on the previous video. But again, we've had two inclusions in the persons of Ako Adams and Zaidu Senusi. Both of them actually joined the training today to make it 20 players in total. Right now, they joined a few hours ago, but it's still unclear whether they took part in that training process, that went on today. But it's good news, however you want to look at it. And then I think that's basically all. Okay, aside from Olusegun Olalikon, who has visa issues, I don't think we're expecting anybody again right now. So it looks like Coach Eriksha is going to go forward with these guys. He's not going to call in any late replacements for the likes of Agu, who misses out due to injury. So that's what it is right at this point. But I've viewed some reactions, from the players in camp who have talked about how they are preparing for this game on Friday against Lesotho and what Nigerians can actually expect. We've had a couple of players who gave us an insight. Talk about Alex, not talk about William Josekong, the captain on the side, referred in it as well, and then uh, the main man Terry Murphy, who of course rejoins back into the squad after several months of being absent. So these guys shared their views about the team's readiness. Also, Kevin Bassi said a few things. So basically, what they've said in summary, they are trying to make us understand that they're preparing very well. Everybody's fit. The boys are bringing in the energy in camp, and they know that they have to get the job done. There's no other two ways about it. They have to get the job done against Lesotho. But I mean, importantly, they are saying that the focus is on this Lesotho game on Friday, and afterwards they are going to now shift the focus on the Benin game. But the Lesotho game is a must-win. It's just like a final where they have to win it and then go, to the next one, which is the Benin Republic game. So I'm just going to read some of the things that Murphy said, just like two sentences. He said, "We are really confident about qualifying for the World Cup. We have to do our parts and wait for the results of the other team. So we are really confident things will go our way." Perfectly said from Murphy. Of course, our qualification depends on what actually happens in the other matches from the same group. Talk about Benin Republic, playing their game as well, and then South Africa also playing their match. So just to let you know, these guys all have their matches on the same day. on Friday, October 10th, 5 p.m. is the time. Nigeria versus Lesotho, and then we have Benin Republic versus Rwanda, the same time, the same day, and then we have South Africa versus Zimbabwe. So it's really going to be a very important day for this Group C, and we'll see what happens. And just to shift a little bit to the Benin Republic camp, there seems to be an issue right now. In fact, Coach General has come out to complain bitterly. He has even uh, complained to FIFA, written a statement to FIFA complaining about the latest saga right now in his camp. Apparently, one of his star players in Junior or Olaitan Ishola is actually a Nigerian, half Nigerian, half Benin Republic, but he plays for Benin Republic. He's a really good uh, player for this Benin side. But this guy, according to General Rohr, has been prevented from joining the Benin camp by his club side. And this is something that has angered the head coach, General Rohr, that he had to report it to FIFA and, has now urged FIFA to take necessary action against his club side, who he feels do not have the right to prevent, Olaitan from coming to represent his national team. So that's basically what's happening right now. General is fuming, he's angry, he's bitter, he's anything you want to call it. He has now called on FIFA to take some actions right now, against this club side. This is what he had to say. He said he's not with us because his club prevented him from joining the national team. We have therefore sent a letter to FIFA to denounce this situation. Even an injured player must report to his national team's training camp. So that's what General has said. Of course, this must be very painful. I can't even begin to imagine that happening to, say, Nigeria Super Eagles, like maybe Victor Osimhen, uh, is being held by Galatasaray and prevented from coming to represent Nigeria. That's obviously going to be a huge, huge blow. I can't even imagine that. That's basically what General is passing through right now with, Olaitan and his club side. But, the club hasn't said anything to clarify the issue or to defend themselves. But I'm thinking they would have one defense for themselves, which would be that the man has an injury. I'm sure that's what they're going to tell FIFA, to save themselves. But again, even if a player has an injury, you still have to show some proof. You have to show medical reports, show test results, and all of that. But we know in this day and age how it works. Sometimes a club side do not want their players, their star players, to go represent their country because they are scared that that player will probably get an injury or would come back with sickness or something like that. So, in so doing, they would now go and fabricate test results or fabricate stories and then send it to the national team saying that this guy cannot make appearance because he's sick or he has injury or whatever they want to cook up and tell these national team coaches. So that's always been the case. We've seen clashes. It's not just with General and this Olaitan club, but we've seen it, across whether it's African national team or even European-based national teams and club sides. But we'll wait to see what happens. Of course, tomorrow is going to be another day, big day for the Super Eagles training camp, and definitely going to be the last day before the day of the match. So it's going to be important. And with these new guys that just came into the camp, it's going to make all the more sense for Coach Eric Shaw to have like 20 players to train, uh, you know, to train them together and try to teach them what he wants them to do in the match. But that is the update for this minute. As usual, leave your reaction for any of the stories. So heavily disappointed in the Flying Eagles of Nigeria, losing woefully against this Argentina side. It's not even the loss that's painful to me, but it's the way and manner that they actually lost. You cannot be losing, 4 goals to 0 at just 75 minutes. It's shameful. But I mean, at the end of the day, we are still going to accept them for how far they've gone and then accept them back home and try to see how we can go back to the drawing board and improve the under 20 Flying Eagles. That's the update, guys. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more videos.